Hey everyone! Before we jump into today's story, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more stories like this one. I never thought an ordinary Thursday evening would completely unravel everything I believed about my marriage. My name's Ethan Walker, 36 years old, married to Lena for 7 years. We weren't perfect, but I always thought we were solid. We had steady jobs, a cozy suburban home, slow Sunday mornings with brunch, and a shared Netflix list that felt like its own quiet promise. But lately, something had shifted. Lena had grown distant, quieter, always half-present, her attention fixed on her phone. I told myself it was work stress from her new marketing position downtown, but deep down, I knew something was off. She used to send me off each morning with a smile and a kiss. Now, I was lucky to get a faint murmur as I walked out the door. That evening, I came home earlier than usual. Her car was already in the driveway. Strange, since she normally stayed late. The house was silent, except for the steady hum of the dryer. "Lena?" I called out. No answer. Upstairs, the bedroom door was slightly open, a warm light spilling into the hall. She stood before the mirror in nothing but a silk robe, hair damp, skin glowing as if she'd just come from the spa. When she turned and saw me, she froze, like someone caught doing something they shouldn't. I tried to ease the tension with a half-smile. "Early night." She didn't reply. Instead, she exhaled sharply, loosened her robe, and let it fall to the floor. At first, I thought I was misreading everything, until I saw the bruises. Dark marks trailed her shoulder and collarbone. Fresh, obvious. What the hell are those? My voice trembled. Tears welled in her eyes. "Ethan, please, let me explain." "Explain what?" I snapped, stepping forward. Those weren't from yoga. Her hand trembled as she clutched the robe to her chest. "It's not what it looks like," she whispered, but her voice cracked, and my stomach dropped. For weeks, I'd brushed off the warning signs, the unfamiliar scent of cologne, the late nights, the sudden obsession with the gym. But seeing those bruises made everything click. I turned away, gripping the dresser for balance. "Who is he?" No reply. "Who is he?" I demanded again, each word cutting deeper. Finally, she whispered, "Aaron, from work." My breath caught. I'd met Aaron once, tall, slick, the kind of guy whose charm felt rehearsed. He'd shaken my hand at her company party, throwing compliments her way like confetti. I should have seen it. I should have known. "How long?" I forced out. "A few months," she said quietly. "It started after the Denver conference. I never meant for it to." I let out a bitter laugh. Never meant for it to happen, but it did. How convenient. Tears streaked her face, but I couldn't comfort her. "Not this time. You could have told me you weren't happy," I said flatly. "You didn't have to do this." "I was happy," she insisted, her voice breaking. "Ethan, I was happy with you, but he made me feel seen again. You were always working, always exhausted. I felt invisible." Her words hit hard because, in some ways, she wasn't wrong. I had been distant, overworked, tired, but betrayal was a solution. "You don't destroy someone just to feel noticed," I said quietly. Silence settled like dust. Then she whispered, "It's over." I ended it. I looked at her carefully. "When?" "2 weeks ago," she said. "He wanted to keep it going, but I told him no. I swear it's done." I wasn't sure I believed her. Just then my phone buzzed. An unknown number. Against my better judgment, I opened a message. "You deserve the truth. Check your email." Attached was a photo of Lena and Aaron, together in a hotel room. The timestamp read 3 nights ago. My hands went numb. I looked at her. Her face paled instantly. "What is it?" she asked. I turned the screen toward her. "This," I said, my voice steady, "is over." Her lips parted, but no words came out. Something in me shattered then, not in rage, but in quiet disbelief. I didn't yell. I didn't break anything. I just stood there, holding that phone like it was proof that love could lie. She reached for me. "Ethan, please, just listen." "Don't." My voice was cold, detached, the calm after a storm. Her tears came fast. He sent that, didn't he? He's trying to ruin me. Funny, I said. He couldn't ruin you if you hadn't given him the ammunition. She covered her face, sobbing. For a moment, I almost felt pity. Almost. I walked downstairs, my mind spinning. Every corner of the house felt unfamiliar now. The couch where we'd fallen asleep, watching movies. The kitchen where she danced barefoot while cooking. It all felt staged, like I'd been living inside someone else's play. She followed me, voice breaking. Ethan, I'll do anything. Therapy, counseling, just don't leave. I turned to her. Lena, you left months ago. I'm only now catching up. She crumpled to the floor, sobbing into her hands. I left her there and went into the study. I didn't pack. Not yet. I sat at my computer and opened my email. There was a folder from that same anonymous address. Dozens of photos, videos, screenshots, text threads. Every lie laid bare. Every meeting, every excuse. Whoever sent it wanted me to know everything. And now I did. Enough to destroy them both if I chose to. For hours, I just stared at the screen, fury cooling into clarity. Lena hadn't just been careless. She'd been confident, assuming I'd forgive her, as if my love had no breaking point. But even the strongest heart does. The next morning, she was still curled up on the couch, red-eyed and broken. I didn't sleep, she murmured. Good, I said, grabbing my keys. You'll need to be awake. You're moving out by the weekend. Her head snapped up. You can't mean that. I do, I said evenly. I have nowhere to go. Maybe Erin's got space, I replied. She flinched like I'd hit her. Please, Ethan, it was a mistake. I met her eyes. No, Lena, forgetting milk is a mistake. This was a choice. I walked out before she could respond. 3 days later, I stepped into her office building with an envelope tucked under my arm and a plan that had solidified since that first message. Erin was in the lobby, chatting and laughing with a coworker. He froze when he saw me, his smile evaporating. Ethan, he said, forcing a grin. Didn't expect. I bet, I interrupted. Thought it was time you met the man whose life you wrecked. He opened his mouth, but I handed him the envelope. Inside were the same photos and messages he'd sent, along with a copy of the company's code of conduct. HR might find these interesting, I said, especially the ones from company trips. He flipped through the first few pages, color draining from his face. You wouldn't. Already did, I said, turning away. They'll have it by noon. I didn't stick around to watch the fallout. When I got home, Lena's car was gone. Later, I received a text from her. You ruined me. I didn't reply, because the truth was, she'd done that all by herself. Weeks passed. The house felt heavy with silence, but peaceful. I filed for divorce, blocked her number, and started running again. Each mile peeled another layer of pain away. One night, I got another email from that same anonymous address. Just one line this time. Sometimes you have to break to rebuild. No attachments. No photos. Just words. I never found out who sent them. Maybe someone from her office. Maybe Erin's wife. It didn't matter. I was free.